Konnichiwa, I'm Bill Hathaway, missionary to the Japanese since 1956. Well, I'll get right to the point of my devotion. My devotion title is God's Calling is God's Enabling. And my scripture comes from 2 Corinthians 12, verse 10. Therefore, I take pleasure in infirmities, in reproaches, in necessities, in persecutions, in distresses, for Christ's sake. For when I am weak, then am I strong. The picture you see is of my wife, Margaret, working out in the fitness center when she was 96 years old. She was the epitome of strength till the day that she moved into heaven. And I have to set this down. It's pretty heavy. Yes. When I was a kid, I felt like I was a nammy-pammy weak kid. I was always being picked on by the neighborhood kids. I usually came home with a bloody nose. Sure, I wasn't the smartest person in the class in school. When I was in the orphanage, they told me that I wouldn't do anything good in my life. That was a horrible thing to tell an orphan. But when I felt the call of God as a missionary, that also shocked me until I realized that God said, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. Whatever I have done for Christ, it was not done in my own power. No, I have leaned on God's calling. I have learned from God that He is enabling me. God's calling is God's enabling. God never calls anyone to an impossible task. That's my saying. To God be the glory, great things He hath done. Let me ask you this. Has God ever laid on your heart someone you should go and witness to? If so, remember this. God's calling is God's enabling. There's a song that I like. Souls are crying, men are dying. Won't you lead them to the cross? Go and find them. Oh, please help win them. Win the lost at any cost. Maybe you feel inadequate, maybe weak, but accept the fact that you are weak. Rely on God. Ask Him for strength. Psalm 2, verse 8 tells us, ask of me, and I will give you the heathen for thine inheritance. Do you want to win souls? Really? You can't do it in your own strength. You must rely on God. With God, all things are possible. With God on your side, you cannot fail. Souls are crying, men are dying. Won't you lead them to the cross? Go and find them. Oh, please, help win them. Win the lost at any cost. I preached for a pastor in Akron, Ohio. His church was listed among the top 10 largest churches in America. I was told that he had to stop going to school before he even finished elementary school. When he was working in a tire making company, God called him to preach. He became the pastor of a church that he started. Lack of education didn't stop him from building one of the largest churches in America. So it is true. God's calling is God's enabling. I also believe that God never calls anyone to an impossible task. That's my saying. Therefore, I am challenging you to ask God for souls and go after them. In closing, if you are not saved and are hearing me now, oh, I plead with you to come to Jesus for salvation. Get down on your knees, open your heart to say, Jesus, come into my heart and save me. You'll be glad you did. God bless you.